What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking all things sports betting, how to become a more profitable sports bettor, courtesy of OddsJam sports betting tools. Because look, college football season is underway. The NFL is kicked off. There is no better time to make some smart bets that will give you a profit, and that's where OddsJam comes in. If you guys have been keeping up with us, you know that we've been using OddsJam for a while, and it has 1000% made us a better sports better in terms of profitability, and we just want to return the favor. We want to do the same for you. We're going to keep this short and sweet. We're going to show you some of our favorite sports betting tools that OddsJam has to offer, and if you guys find this interesting, if you want to learn more, then great. Check out the details in the description. Check out our custom link along with our promo code Pigskin, which will give you 25% off your first month. On top of that, OddsJam has a 7-day free trial, so you can try before you buy. But with that being said, let's get straight into it. We're on the front page of OddsJam. And look, maybe this looks a little bit overwhelming. Trust me, it is incredibly simple, and you will get the knack of it very quickly. So let's get straight into it. Like I said, short and sweet. We're going to check out the Positive EV tool first, because I think this is one of the most useful tools out there. The reason for that, if you're not familiar with Positive EV betting, it's basically thinking about a mathematical profit margin. And the reason that I say this is because all these different sports books that are out there that you might be using, at the end of the day, they all set their lines independently of each other. And that is what is creating all these opportunities in the market, because they all want to get you as their customer, and they are all setting unique odds. And because of that, there's going to be opportunities to take advantage of this. You know, for example, let's say FanDuel has a certain market at maybe plus 100, but Sportsbook B has that same market at plus 150. If you want to take that specific bet, you're obviously going to take the plus 150 odds. And that's exactly what this Positive EV screen is doing. It is taking the emotion out of the betting. It's all about data-driven analysis in highlighting the biggest discrepancies in terms of the odds that have been put on there by the sportsbook and the true Vegas odds, aka the no vig odds. So it really is incredibly useful. It shows you the percentages of the Positive EV bets compared to just a normal bet, the opportunity, the percentage you have higher than expected for this bet. On top of that, when you look at the different calculators, it gives you a win percentage on top of that, taking into account the odds that are available for this bet, the best odds that are available for this bet. So it really is incredibly useful. And again, this is only showing the best opportunities that are out there. The Positive EV screen screens everything else out there. Notice there's not a million different opportunities here. These are only the best of the best. These all have Positive EV opportunities where you will be gaining a profit. And that's what it boils down to. This is getting a mathematical edge in the long run. Now, I do want to say, look, if you guys are only making one bet, no matter how high this percentage is, you know, sure, there's an opportunity it hits, but it also could miss. So the idea of this, if you really want to take advantage of it, is increasing the number of bets that you are making. Again, look, we want to say, obviously, bet responsibly, bet what you can. And again, these calculators that OddsJam has to offer, you can say how much you want to bet, and based on that, it will tell you, you know, what your profit would be. So it is all there in front of you. But realistically, if you want to get the most out of the Positive EV tool, it is a numbers game. So you should be doing high volume betting here if that is something you are comfortable with. But let's continue to move on, because maybe I would say for those that are just kind of getting into this and don't necessarily want to do high volume, then the Arbitrage Betting tool probably for you, because when it comes to arbitrage betting, the idea here is risk-free bets. And what do I mean by that? Well, there are always opportunities in sports betting where things are so mispriced on different books, like I said, because they're all setting their lines independently of each other, where if you go ahead and, let's say stake $100 on a certain bet, then you also bet the other side of it. So let's say it's an over and under type of situation, you are guaranteed to make a profit. And that's what I mean. It's a risk-free return. So you know exactly how much you have to pay for the over, and then how much to pay for the under. All of this is calculated for you by OddsJam. And then at the end of the day, you get to see a guaranteed profit. So it really is as simple as that. Now, sure, the profits might be as high if you're going the positive EV route, but this is a great opportunity to just churn out profit when you are comparing these specific sports books one next to the other. Now, also something that I think is very, very valuable is the Sportsbook screen in general. This gives you real-time data of all the different opportunities for all the different markets that you might want, whether it's MLB, look, all the different popular leagues, MLB, NBA, NFL. You can go ahead and kind of filter this however that you want. It doesn't have to be money line. It can be, again, it can be first quarter, second quarter. It can be spreads. OddsJam offers all the different things that you might see on FanDuel, on DraftKings. It is all here. And the best thing is this is real time. So it's constantly updated. And OddsJam is going to show you the best odds available. Again, you see it here. Best odds for the Carolina Panthers, for example, at plus 166 on FanDuel. The best odds for the Atlanta Falcons on SportTrade at minus 178. And you can go ahead and filter out what sports books that you want to see, depending on maybe, let's say, the state that you are in. So again, another screen that is very, very useful because as we all know, if we've done any sports betting, these lines are subject to change all the time. And some of these really, really good odds only last for a little bit. Now, on top of that, there's some other really nice tools, like let's say the Fantasy Optimizer tool. We said that the NFL season is underway. That means fantasy football. So all those daily fantasy sites like Prize Picks, Underdog Fantasy, just to name a few, they're going to be offering player props. For example, Christian McCaffrey, the reception count. And the great thing is here, it filters it based on the highest percent chance to hit. And then it shows you line differences. It shows you the best opportunities filtered by all these different sports books compared to one and the other. Again, here we have it filtered by Prize Picks, but maybe you want to do Underdog Fantasy, and it'll show you the best percent chance to hit on Underdog Fantasy compared to other places available. Now, there's some other tools as well, whether it's bonus bet converters, where you can convert all those bonus bets that these sports books offer when you sign up into cash. The best way to kind of churn through that money in terms of low risk bets. So that's something to do. You also have a Parlay Builder. Maybe if that's your thing, you can go and set a parlay depending on how many legs you want to do, the sport that you want to do, the league, the minimum odds for the entire parlay. But I would say, again, the most useful tools for, if we're talking strictly profit, positive EV, arbitrage, the sportsbook screen, and then the fantasy optimizer. And then at the end of the day, when you go ahead and compile all of this, see the bets that you like the most, go ahead, you can track all of your bets, sync all your sports books via the OddsJam bet tracker. And it really is as simple as that. That will go ahead and show you how you're doing day to day, your profits, your losses, all in one spot. But this is the name of the game, folks. It's all about understanding the data out there and putting bets down that are going to be profitable in the long term. And there really isn't a better spot to do so than OddsJam. Hopefully you guys found this useful. And again, if you are interested in OddsJam, in utilizing, testing out some of these tools that OddsJam has to offer, check out the link in the description. Use promo code Pigskin. Get 25% off your first month. OddsJam also offers a 7-day free trial, so you can try before you buy. If you have any questions, let us hear it in the comments section. Reach out. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe. Give us a follow on Twitter at AllDayPigskin. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys in future videos.